Welcome back to V'BUZZ. Thanks for sticking around. You're still here with me, Swarna, and Rubes. I'm loving the jacket, by the way.
Really, yeah?
So it's all about theater today, but when we think about theater, it's usually where the audience silently observes a production, but there's a new concept in town that's the complete opposite. Project Spect-Actor is a theater of oppressed movement where audiences actively participate in the performance. They're also tackling important social issues like bullying, which of late has been much talked about concern in Malaysia. We find out more about Project Spect-Actor as we speak to Andy Gomes and Thasha Gunaseelan.
All right. Hi, Andy. Hi, Thasha. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very busy schedule, but we appreciate you being here. And of course, everyone really wants to know what exactly is Project Spect-Actor all about, and basically what inspired you to kind of start it up, Andy?
Well, Project Spect-Actor, we consist of about 10 people at the moment, and we are made up of industry practitioners and also campus students as well.
Right.
And what we do is that we use this thing called Theatre of the Oppressed, forum theatre, which is an art form that originated in Brazil from the 1970s by this guy by the name of Augusto Boal.
Yeah.
Right.
And what it does is that it's an interactive form of theatre where the audience can actually be a part of the production to replace the main character and try to solve the conflicts that's being faced by the main character. So what we do is that we actually try to tackle youth issues.
Right, but how's that dynamic like? Because obviously the main actors rehearse to a certain extent, and then obviously whatever the audiences are going to do is unexpected or not planned.
Exactly. There's so many variables. How do you kind of control that?
What we do is that, in a way, how do we control it? Yeah.
That's a toughie.
I just lost my string of thoughts.
Improvisation.
Yes.
The actors are trained with improvisation, which for some of us who are professional actors is still something new. For sure. And we are trained in the fact that our characters, what are our wants, and we just pursue the wants. And then when a Project Spect-Actor comes in, when they satisfy our want, that's when we give in. So until then, we pursue our want. Like for certain, for example, my character, I play a mother. In the early morning, all I want to do is get the family ready, and we all rush out to work.
Right.
So I pursue that. And there's a lot of dysfunction in the family. So I'm trying to eradicate that. So there are fights, but I'm pushing everyone. Let's go, guys, let's go. But if someone, a child that wants to complain about bullying, wants to get my attention, all they have to say, "Ma, I'm dying. Someone's going to hit me and kill me." And that's when it gets my attention. So there have been Spect-Actors that actually say that. So that catches my attention. So it shifts. So in a way, we are also giving a solution to people watching it.
Because so you're kind of prepared for all sort of possibilities that may happen on stage with the audiences.
Yes, yes.
True.
Wow.
Tasha, how did you get involved in the project, though?
Andy just called me up one day and said, "Thasha, hey, are you interested?" And this is, as an actor, I always choose meaningful projects. So this is something that I really wanted to be in.
And it was obviously interesting, like, knowing that you're going to get people just come up to you randomly. But tell us a little bit about both your experiences in performing arts specifics, Andy and also Thasha, before you started up Project Spect-Actor.
I see. I actually started doing theatre when I was in university, during my first year. So as much as I was studying, I was actually writing and directing. And when you first start off, you work with the people around you. So I took my friends to be a part of our productions. We did shows at KLPAC. We performed in the university as well. Yeah, and after I graduated, I went into film. I spent about 2 years doing film, which turned out very well.
You had a role in Ola Bola.
Yes, that's one of it.
Turned out pretty well, if you ask me.
And it was an opportunity to write and direct as well. And some of the works that we produce, it has travelled. Like just last week, one of our works was shown in India. A short film that we made.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. And so, but I think one of my more interesting learning curves was when I was taken into Five Arts Centre. They've been around for 30 years and they have a lot of resources on performing arts and all that. So I was one of the 3 young directors that was taken in to be under their mentorship. So I thought that was really meaningful. Fantastic. It was important.
What about you, Thasha?
Okay, I stumbled into theatre when I was a student studying law, and Kelvin Wong from Theatre Source was my first director.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Our previous guest.
Yes, exactly. So he's a very educational person as well, and he taught me a lot. He laid my foundation, and I realized that, hey, this is something that I really like. So after graduating, I was in the corporate side. I quit and decided to go into this full time.
Wow.
Yes.
How's that worked out for you so far?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been really privileged and honoured to work with some really, really experienced people. Ghaffir Akbar being one of them. I was his assistant director.
Right. He was also a guest on the show.
Ghaffir Akbar is
before.
also one of our
Yes,
our
that's
guests
right.
before.
Yes. Shantini Venugopal as well. She gave me some exposure on productions. And then I decided, because I'm working on my own, I can just go crazy and just do whatever I want to. So that's been my experience.
It's like the dream job, right?
Yes.
As an actor, of course.
And you've both got smiles on your faces, so I'm guessing you're happy doing what you're doing.
Yes.
But had y'all worked together before?
Oh, yeah.
We knew each other since 2012.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we started off with teaching, as in both of us were teaching speech and drama and all that. And then we carried on into productions. I think the first thing we did was...
Short and Sweet.
Short and Sweet. It was a production at
cool.
KL
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that where the chemistry came from? I mean, and eventually, you know, leading up to...
The thing is with Andy, he has been the kind of person that has always believed in me. So even when the industry has been tough and I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't act, he's the one person that has always said, you go and do what you need to do.
Right.
So whenever there's an opportunity to work together, I'm very honoured and privileged to always feel like he thinks of me and to work together. So yeah.
That's so cute. And now you guys are working on Spect-Actor together since January of this year.
Yeah.
So a baby project, but it's already making waves. You guys are combating issues like bullying. Could you explain how?
Well, basically what happens is that we centralized the issue of bullying because we thought this was important at the moment.
Yeah.
And we tackle an issue by dealing with inaction towards an issue.
Okay.
Because if you look at the word Spect-Actor, it's an opposite of spectator, a person who's watching silently. Spect-Actor is a person who watches and responds. So we tackle an issue by dealing with inaction towards an issue.
Right.
So people, they come, they expect to get stirred up and all that, you know, and therefore they will go ahead and think about how they can possibly solve this.
Right, and how does that come into play with forum theatre?
Foreign theatre is a format that we use, actually. It's what Augusto Bo has started, because in Theatre of the Oppressed, there's 6 or 7 branches of the Theatre of the Oppressed tree, and foreign theatre is one of it. And if you look at it, it's like a forum, because there's a person named the Joker, which is a mediator. So after you watch the performance...
It's called the Joker?
The Joker.
He's a mediator.
He's a mediator, yes.
Why is it called the Joker?
It's in reference to... in the deck of cards, the Joker card is a neutral card.
Understood.
So I can't give my own opinion, you know, but what I can do is that I can actually try to assist the birth of ideas. So that's what the Joker does.
Right, and so he mediates, right?
He mediates.
There must be something to mediate. I mean, does the situation ever get out of control? Does chaos ever ensue?
Is he like a referee or something?
We are very careful because I can tell you, foreign theatre is scary.
Yes.
It is scary. So we made it very clear that we try not to encourage vandalism and also violence, especially when a Spect-Actor comes on stage. But even the model, the performance which we put on, is not in a situation where it's so dire that the only solution for them to solve it is either fight or flight.
Right.
You know? So there's many ways for them to solve it without using violent solutions.
I get it.
So let me get this straight. Audiences suggest the solutions. Not only that, they can be part of the play as well. They can just get up and walk in and say whatever they want. And this is all mediated, and basically the outline of the rules itself is done by the Joker, right?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
so my question is, why is he called the Joker?
Oh, yes. Like I said, he has to be neutral. That means I can't give you my opinion.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
so,
but my question is, what I'm trying to say is, like, the Joker is supposed to be funny, right? So, but, I mean, when you say Joker, I think funny. So why Joker?
Okay, in a deck of cards, you know, there's the ace, there's the spade, and there's the Joker card.
So it's based on that?
Yes, the Joker card is neutral.
Right.
Got it, right. So, you know, why do you think this is an important cause for both of you? Bullying specifics, right? And is it something that it's based on a personal experience when you were a lot younger?
Andy, you want to go first?
To me, it's because I work with young people. And when you say, when I work with young people, I don't think of a demography. I put faces to names, you know, and all that. It's personalized. So in this country, every 25 minutes, a child gets bullied in school.
Wow.
That's the statistics. You know, and so there were many issues to tackle, self-esteem and all that. But currently, because there's been so many cases related to bullying in the country, and so which is why I thought that it was important that we tackle this directly first.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think, I guess, because in terms of going back to the whole mediating part of things, do you think it's easier to control situations like bullying than opposed to if you were doing something like politics?
It depends on what we are responding to. Because when Theatre of the Oppressed first started in the 1970s in Brazil, at that time the country was under a military coup.
Okay.
So Augusto Boal did use this model to address political issues and all that. But as for us, because we it started off as a classroom activity.
Right.
I brought it into my classroom, and then because from there it became sort of a thing that we tackle youth issues.
Right.
But politics might be something that we will do in the future. Maybe it's an extension of that.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people watching out there who are, who want to be involved in theatre, who want to start something like what you're doing, forum theatre per se, right? What good resources, what good places that they can go and look for resources with regards to forum theatre that they should be doing, to start their own, but perhaps maybe different topics or different scenarios with different sorts of people?
I feel resources for forum theatre is plenty.
Really?
Even though in Malaysia, the last active movement that we had of Theatre of the Oppressed was in around 2008. There was this movement called Fallen Leaves Theatre, which actually talks about addiction. And so that was just the thing that they talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, if you were to look online, there's just a lot of resources. So I got my knowledge from online as well, and from the books in the library, in the place which I teach.
Right.
So, yes.
And you're also taking this forum theatre concept to university for students to kind of explore. So could you tell me how you're kind of going about it?
I strongly believe that the art should go to the people rather than people coming to the art.
Yeah.
Yes, because that way, it's like writing for a newspaper than writing for a niche magazine. So your demographic of audience is very wide. You are catering to people who didn't even expect they're going to watch a performance today, and there they are sitting in a performance space, And that's when I think the whole thing becomes more meaningful, because it's a discussion, it's a discourse. So the exchange becomes richer when you have different people from different groups. So I think that's what a university setting gives us, It's just everybody, rather than a theatre setting where, it's someone who's interested in theatre who comes.
Right.
So Thasha, where can we find more information on your next performance?
Our Facebook page, Project Spect-Actor.
Up on the screen now.
Yes. So we are touring currently. We just finished Uni 10 last night. In fact.
Nice.
Yes, and we are going into Utah for the following week.
Okay.
And there's 3KL, APU. And if I'm not mistaken, Taylor's International School as well.
Sweet. Well, you guys can all get your tickets from the website that's on the Facebook page, that was on the screen earlier. We wish you guys the best of luck and hope that everything goes smoothly. Congratulations on everything that you've achieved so far.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. One of those rare situations in theatre, right, where you actually get to get up and say whatever you want to say.
I honestly,
obviously stay the topic lah.
Yeah, but I think it's such a unique concept because a lot of people kind of think to issues like bullying not from a first perspective kind of view, because it doesn't really affect you.
To me, I feel that it so relates to me because it's something that I've been through before, back in the day. Yeah.
Well, now there's another way that you can kind of address that issue.
Right.
But tomorrow on V'BUZZ, filmmaker Nadia Hamza stops by the studio to tell us more about her aspirations in film.
And performing artist Stephanie Van Driesen has her sights set on acting school in the UK, and she joins us to tell us why she hasn't stopped learning.
We also join Darrel at Ramaha, where he checked out the Thai cuisine they have to offer. All that on V-Eats.
Very nice. Keep writing to us at vbuzz at astro.com.my, and keep with us on our brand new Instagram page at @AstroUligami. Of course, give us your feedback when you write to us.
Yeah. My name is Swarna.
My name is Ruben. It's bye-bye for now. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.